of 30% to the growth of the world economy. This is no small task when growth nearly everywhere else is lackluster. But China has almost single-handedly kept global GDP growth up since 2008, even though the growth of its own domestic output has been slowing.
Mind that although growth has slowed to 6.5%, last year China, the addition to Chinese output, so the extra GDP, was greater than it was a few years ago when China was growing at 10%. So let's not forget that the economic pie has got a lot bigger. If you or I were to grow by 10% every year, imagine how big we would be. It's simply not realistic. So I don't think we should start panicking at the fact that growth is slowing. It's natural.
But no country can afford to ignore challenges in the global economy, not even China. The country faces changes to the structure of its own economy, and China continues to push for open trade and globalization despite rising protectionism around the world. In this year's government work report, Premier Li Keqiang said China will implement reforms to improve the foreign investment climate. The country plans to lower its entry threshold for foreign capital in the service, manufacturing, and mining industries. China is also encouraging local companies to go out more. The 30 biggest Chinese firms operating in Britain contributed £10 billion to the UK economy in 2015.
Well, the UK has always been very open for business. So we're very welcoming of Chinese investment here into the UK in every sector. However, China is a little bit more challenging in terms of being able to find ways for UK companies to really work very closely in mainland China. We're seeing that trend change, particularly in financial services. A prime example of that is the opening up of China's interbank bond market last year for direct quota-free access of investors into China. And that's something that London is participating heavily in.
China and Britain complement each other in the fields of finance and services. But European financial institutions are no longer as vibrant as they were in the past. Chinese institutions may help fill the void European companies leave behind.
Even since last year's Brexit vote, the UK and China are working closely together for financial services. Good examples of this are the opening up of the first branch of China Life here in the city, as well as Bank of Communications opening up their branch license back in November of last year. It really shows the continued growth between the two countries, and we're looking forward to more of the same.
China is vital to global trade, and the country will remain a staunch proponent of globalization and the free flow of goods and services across borders. Xi Jia, CGTN, London.